What if we could use AI to actually read our minds? I know it sounds like something straight out of science fiction, but for researchers like Dr. Bedprakash Das, it's pretty much the next frontier. Today, we're going to dive into his incredible work, right at the intersection of artificial intelligence and neuroscience. Okay, so let's just jump right in with the big question. How can we use the unbelievable power of artificial intelligence to finally, maybe, understand the single most complex and mysterious object in the known universe, the human brain? And that massive question? Well, that's precisely what drives the work of Dr. Bedprakash Das. He's dedicated his entire career to tackling that exact challenge. Right now, he's a postdoctoral research fellow at the University of Southampton over in the UK, where his specialty is applying AI to the field of computational neuroscience. That puts him right at the heart of all the action. So what does that actually mean in practice? Let's break down his core mission, which is all about decoding the incredibly complex signals coming from the brain. And this is where it gets really interesting, because look at the sheer breadth of his approach. He's looking at brain connectivity using different kinds of data, like EEG, that's the electrical activity, and FNARS, which tracks blood flow. But he's also using something called causal AI. That's about going beyond just seeing what's happening in the brain to understanding why it's happening. And the ultimate goal? To totally transform how we diagnose and treat mental health conditions. Okay, a key tool in his arsenal is the Kalman filter. Now, it might sound super complex, but think of it like this. Imagine you're trying to track a tiny boat in a really stormy sea. The Kalman filter is like this incredibly sophisticated GPS that cuts through all the chaos of the waves to give you the boat's true location. In the same way, it helps Dr. Das find the clear, real signals of brain activity hiding amongst all that biological noise. This is absolutely foundational to everything he does. So, how did he build this incredible expertise? Let's trace his path and take a look at a timeline of his achievements. This timeline just lays out his journey so brilliantly. You see, he started back in 2015 building a really strong teaching foundation. Then that led him to a deep dive into that Kalman filter research in 2018. By 2021, he was leading government-funded projects back in India. And now, here in 2024, he's at the forefront of a major European project at the University of Southampton. You can see how each step just logically builds on the last one. It's such a clear, focused progression. And through all of this, he wasn't just locked away in a lab somewhere. We're talking over 8 years of experience teaching and mentoring. So it's pretty clear he's not just a brilliant researcher, he's also a skilled educator who's passionate about sharing this complex knowledge with the next generation. And his academic foundation, it's just rock solid. His PhD in electrical engineering was specifically focused on using those Kalman filter variants, the very ones we just talked about, for complex systems. This isn't just some passing interest for him. It's the result of years of deep theoretical work that he's now applying directly to the brain. All right, but in the world of academia, the real proof is in the performance. So let's look at his publications and the recognition he's gotten for his work. This quote from his own professional summary really says it all. A consistent record of peer-reviewed publications in IEEE transactions and journals in computational modeling. That right there is the gold standard in his field. It shows his work stands up to some intense scrutiny from other leading experts. And here's just a sample of that work. You can see publications in top-tier journals like IEEE Transactions, which is frankly one of the most respected places for engineers and scientists to publish, period. And with work already slated for 2025, he's not just accomplished, he is consistently producing high-impact, cutting-edge research. Getting published here is a major, major achievement. This is top-level stuff. And beyond the publications, his work has been validated through multiple awards and really prestigious fellowships. From a Best Research Paper Award at an IEEE conference to government-funded fellowships in India, it's just crystal clear that the scientific community really recognizes the quality and the importance of his contributions. So, when you put all of this together, what do you really get? Well, let's call it the complete package, the modern researcher's toolkit. This chart gives you a great high-level view of that toolkit. The core, of course, is AI and machine learning, but look how it's supported by deep expertise in signal processing, programming, and even hardware. This kind of interdisciplinary approach is just so crucial because understanding the brain isn't just a biology problem or a computer science problem. You have to have a deep understanding of both. And when we zoom in, the picture gets even clearer. On the technical side, you see the specific tools, MATLAB, Python, all the methods for analyzing brain data. But look at the right side, those professional skills, academic writing, mentoring, interdisciplinary collaboration. That's what turns all that technical ability into real-world impact. And holding a UK Global Talent Visa, he's already been recognized as a leader in his field, totally poised to make significant contributions to the UK's research community. This visa isn't just handed out, it's reserved for exceptional individuals, which really highlights the international recognition of his work. Which brings us right to our final thought. The great challenge today is bridging that gap between insanely complex data on one side and intelligent, actionable insights on the other. So the real question is, are you ready for a researcher who does exactly that?